Additionally, we will also have a different speaker next week as Lucy is on deck, but Lucy has COVID, so please send prayers for her. And take care of yourselves, people. Take your vitamin C, get your rest, don't eat too much sugar. These are the things. So JacQueline, who goes by this one name only, is the founder of the Cosmic Light Academy. She has talent for transforming lives and empowering her clients to overcome inhibitions and past experiences. She has had training within a group of mystic masters, which led to an 8-year radio talk show in Los Angeles, as well as appearances on national talk shows. And her psychic skills got her working with law enforcement agencies, even training some of the CIA and Secret Services. She specializes in awakening others through her intuition power training courses, past life readings, and her hands-on healing work with holographic kinesiology, sound, and light. Additionally, she teaches people the remarkable ability to bend metal using their minds. It's like bending spoons. Ultimately, JacQueline is primary focus is helping individuals swiftly improve their lives and navigate their journey with increased awareness, meaning, and joy. Her topic today is unbreakable faith, turning life's challenges into divine gifts. And now I will give the podium to JacQueline. Thank you.
I didn't know that was my topic today. That was my topic last time. That's all right. But unbreakable faith is very relevant to anyone here and anyone not here, right? Yeah? And I'm going to take this out. Yeah. So let me look at the time. All right. So welcome, and driving up here today, I live in Reno currently, and driving up here today, I got to drive through a lot of fog and some icy roads. And when I got here, it was like, there's fog. There's where are the street signs? The concept here, and why are we here? Why are we here right now? And why are we here at this church? And what is our purpose for being? That's what I wanted to talk to everyone today about, because really this time on the planet, how many of you have heard of some very strange things out there in the news or in the media? How many not? All right, all of us have. And how many are concerned about 3-eye atlas? What is that, right? That is the question. What is it? NASA calls it a satellite, but somehow all of the independent people that check those things see it kind of goes like this. It's kind of changing directions, not typical for a comet. So it's getting really close. Actually, the 19th and 20th, yeah, so we're coming up to that. And there's so many channelers and remote viewers that are giving their perspective, but all of their perspectives are, and any intuitive, any psychic, any clairvoyant, are all coming through our own filters. So we can get all of this light in our awareness, but in order to talk about it and translate it either through art, music, sound, talking, we need to use and engage our subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind is like a computer, and it garbage in, garbage out. And the subconscious mind computer is layers. So we have all these layers of experience, and the new stuff has to come through that experience for us to get it into our consciousness. So a lot of the channelers are channeling, oh, and it's like not so good stuff. Be prepared, get your guns ready, get your backpacks ready, get everything, set up and be prepared, or there's going to be a catastrophe, just have at least 6 months of food in the cupboard and blah, blah, blah. As opposed to be prepared. I was a Brownie and Girl Scout, be prepared, yes. And trust in source. You're always guided to be in the right place at the right time, saying and doing the right things. That's been my mantra. I used to say, I want to be in the right place at the right time. How many think that's a really good thing to say every day? I want to be in the right place at the right time, saying and doing the right things. And then I left a training, a meditation training thing on abundance. Anybody go to any of those classes? And this is how far back it was. I left there and I said, okay, they said, what do you want in 1 year from now? And I think I was like 28 years old. And I said, an extra $10,000 in my savings account 1 year from now. Okay, great. Manifest it, visualize it, whatever. I get in the car and I'm driving to my next thing. And this was it. In my head, it was like, don't be lazy, put on your seatbelt, because we didn't have to wear seat belts back then. That's how far back I go. Okay, so I'm like driving, okay, click, drive to a stoplight, and light changes, look to the left, look to the right, everything. I proceed, and barreling through the red light comes a big truck and hits me broadside. I go into, luckily the ground was wet because it had rained that morning in LA, so I just kind of spun out, hit a couple other things, and I'm going, so in the hospital, I was supposed to be interviewed that day for a front page news story. And as I'm in the hospital, I'm thinking, all the interviewer's going to ask me is, if you're so psychic, how come you got in an accident, right? And that was what was going through my head. So I delayed the interview for the next day. And over the year, needing therapy and all of this stuff, I ended up getting, I don't have time for this. It takes like 45 minutes to get there. 45 minutes, only like 4 miles, but this is Los Angeles. Even back then. All right, and I'm going, I don't have time for this. I'm too busy. I've got stuff to do. The phone rings as I'm leaving, and it's a guy who's booking an appointment. And at the end, I just said, how did you end up coming to me? And he says, well, I was flying into Los Angeles, and I was talking to the person next to me, and that person didn't have a reading with you, didn't know you either, but her friend gave her your card, and it was such a high thing that she gave it to me, and I'm calling you. And so thank you very much. I hang up, and now I'm driving, and I'm thinking, wow, I didn't even know that person. Do I really need to do advertising? Do I really need to promote blah, 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 blah? I'm working too hard. So each step along the way, I started to realize over that year my attitudes, my belief systems, my programming, subconscious programming leading to behaviors and thought forms and emotions that each and every one of us have from the past. And this season, I encourage you, especially this solstice, which is the 21st, the time where we are with the most amount of darkness, where we can really go inside symbolically and realistically, even if it's just 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Because when you get into that quiet place, you move beyond fourth dimension or fifth, you go into the fourth or fifth dimension, time and space, when you can go into that quiet place for just even a minute to 2 minutes, there's no time there. What does that mean? It means, do I really need to meditate for an hour if I can get into that silent place? If you're doing something extremely powerful, extremely important, maybe do an hour meditation. But my teachers always said, and I pass it on, if you have an hour to meditate, don't do it in 1 hour. Do it 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the evening. 15 minutes of that, spend it on reading something inspirational, and do some volunteer work for 15 minutes, or cleaning consciously, like I'm cleaning this and I'm letting go of things within myself. So, because everything's a reflection of what? Yourself. And so the outside world and the inside world is all consciousness, manifested and unmanifested. So when you're moving into the darkness, remember that you are light, that you are a representation and a shining aspect of Source, right? We forget that way too often because we have expectations. The end of that story, at the end of the year of my therapy from the accident, the car accident incident, and by the way, that car incident, the investigator on that car incident was someone who ended up a high level in the security of the government. And that's how I got connected to, years later, to government agencies and working with training some of these people. So was it really an accident? Or was it an incident that caused certain things to happen? There's good in everything, and the question is, how do we see that good? And so the end of that story, so many different layers to the gift of the challenges, they all have gifts, is at the end of the year, I walked into the attorney's office, it's settled, and he said, after all of the expenses were paid, here's your check, $10,000. Okay, so it was, and then I'm going, I should ask for more. No, thank God I didn't ask for more. So there are so many different things. So meditation and prayer is great, and sometimes I say, I love this season because you can just get these little things, and then you can turn on your light. And I think with what's happening with the timing of AI Atlas and all these other things, whatever it is, the energy and the frequency is a time where your light is going to be able to be seen by people that can see it. And the people that can't see it will sense it and feel it, and they'll just look at you and they'll just smile because there's something shining from you. Whether they see it or not, they'll sense it and they'll know it. And what you put out comes back to you multiplied. So I want to wish everyone just a joyous, loving, encouraging, spirit connected holiday season and beyond. Each and every one of you carry that light of Source, God. Always remember that. And so it is. Thank you.